Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the lessons. Today is for lesson 26. If you're new here, I have been sharing lessons from my personal experiences and experiences of other people. If that sounds like something interesting to you, why don't you just go ahead and hang out with us today, listen to the end of the video. Alright, so it's 15 days to my 40th and today is for lesson 26 of 40. And this lesson is a question: who are you now? Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1 says, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." And that means there's a time to start something, a time to end it, a time to speak, a time to be still, a time to lead, a time to learn. But here's what I want to emphasize in this video is that you're allowed to change, you're allowed to evolve. In fact, that's how you were designed. You're not just one thing all your life, and you were never meant to be. Oftentimes, people get trapped in their own identities, sometimes get trapped in the titles that we've carried for years. The dream is shouted from the rooftops, the path we promise to pursue forever. But what happens when God starts whispering something new to our hearts? What happens when your heart shifts, your passions stir, what used to fit, no longer does? Let me tell you something that I've learned the hard way, both as a believer and as a personal performance coach. There's no shame in shifting when God is moving. Now, you can be the same person who once ran a business and now runs a Bible study. You can be the same person who once loved the stage but now prefers the quiet. You can be the creative who leads, the mother who builds, the introvert who still mentors. You are multidimensional. You should know that. You ought to know that. And each version of you in its season is sacred. It is something to behold. It's not indecision, it is expression, howbeit in a different dimension, in different times and different seasons. It's stewardship of your becoming. And in coaching, we talk a lot about identity alignment, and that's simply when what you do reflects who you truly are in the season that you're in. But many people sometimes get stuck in the old versions of themselves, not because they lack clarity, but because they fear disappointing others. They maintain a certain lane when God is inviting them to build bridges. They sometimes silence the new calling because the old one is still being celebrated. But here's the thing. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" God is not confused by your layers because He gave them to you. And just like Joseph, who went from pit to palace, each season required a different expression of his identity. First he was a dreamer, and then he became a servant, went on to be a leader. But through it all, he was always called, and so are you. So ask yourself this today: what part of me is ready to be expressed in this season, even if it's unfamiliar? Give yourself the permission to shift. Give yourself the permission to evolve. You're not abandoning who you were. You're simply unfolding who you're becoming. And that indeed is something to behold. I hope this has helped you today. If it has, go ahead and like the video and share it to other people as well. Be a blessing to others. Alright, and if you're new here, you haven't joined the channel, go ahead and subscribe. You could hit the notification bell so it lets you know when I come your way again with any resource or as I continue the lessons. So until I come your way again tomorrow with lesson 27, have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is that you're listening to this. Bye for now.